didn't know Nelson Mandela was into the roast battle. I am telling you now that Ryan Cullen is a fucking fruit.
That's not a bad Nelson Mandela. Like that is a decent Nelson Mandela.
He's got what's that Mandela effect, isn't it? Oh, you think he was?
Doesn't have it. It's like Jimmy Savile isn't a victim of his fucking paedophilia.
The Savile effect.
Hey, sorry, Paddy. What?
He's the
Savile's biggest victim.
Nelson Mandela.
Sippers get ready. When people get ready. Sippers get ready for tea with me.
Sippers, welcome to this episode of the Tea With Me podcast with me, Shane Todd. Before we crack on with this episode, which we absolutely will, I need to give you a heads up about the Tea With Me Patreon. Patreon.com/Tea With Me podcast. What do you get? You get a bonus episode on a Monday. You get a live stream episode every Friday, which culminates in Karaoke Club. You get, what else? Million and One specials. You get Who Wants to Be a Millionaire live, Stars in Your Eyes, live pods, mysteries live, early access deals and tickets. Everything's on there. Patreon.com/Tea With Me podcast. I also need to say that we are doing Tea With Me live on the 29th of November at the Waterfront Hall with very special guests. We'll already have done New York, will we?
Yes,
We had a lovely time in New York, I assume. Yeah, did we? We had a great time.
Weather
Everything
was
went to plan. Everything went. Dave's still in Rikers Island, unfortunately. We're praying for you, brother. I know you're having time of your life in there, though. So yeah, we had a great time in New York. I am doing the SSE Arena on the 9th and the 15th of November. ShaneTalkComedy.com for tickets. My whole tour might be out by now. I hope it is. They really need to get that out. That would be ideal. The boxing, the comedians charity boxing link, pay-per-view link is now up and running with an early bird discount. It's in the description for this episode. You can stream the whole night, be part of it, watch it after, whatever you want to do. Before I do ad reads, Dan, anything else?
No, that's it.
Let's get into it. We are sponsored by none other than Manscaped, the number one in men's below the belt grooming. That's what's going to go in my favourite, the boxing. I'm sharp, not just here, but down here. All right, I'm shaped up. I'm lined up down there. I'm lighter. You know, I move faster because I'm not weighed down by pubic hair, unlike other people taking part. I would never throw shots at my opponent. There's no trash talk. But I can tell you right now that Sean Haggerty, big bush. So I'm aerodynamic because I'm using the Manscaped products to remove a lot of body hair. You know, and not just from the pubic region, but from other parts of my body. Where am I going to stop? I'm taking a weed whacker to the armpits. I'm taking a lawnmower 5.0 to the just like at the bottom of my back, just above my arse, which I have like weird little bit of hair on, which I don't want to talk about. But Manscaped have everything. They've got everything for your balls and beyond. That feels nice. Balls and beyond. They've got everything. Like see that? That's just a brush.
Yeah, we're not sure what that's for.
Nah, we don't know what that does, but they have it. They've got everything. Manscaped.com. Use the code Tea With Me for 20% off and free shipping. My guests in this episode today are one firm fan's favourite, one debutante, and I don't mean a kid doing a beauty pageant, which, by the way, are weird. My guest on my left, Patrick McDonnell, fine young man from West Belfast, one of the Tea With Me favourites. He's in full boxing mode, and Paddy in top form here. Paddy nearly killed me on the way to the episode, which we talk about, and it's not like a bit that we worked out beforehand. What we say happened. I'm also joined by Ryan Cullen, who is a comedian from Donegal, who's been living in Scotland for a good few years. Ryan's a dark one-liner comedian. He's absolutely great. He headlined Lavery's last couple of nights, and top guy, top comedian. Weird when you put two people together who you've never done a podcast with and you don't know how well they know each other, whatever. But I would say we could have done another hour easily. So please enjoy this episode of the Tea With Me podcast with my guests, Ryan Cullen and Paddy McDonnell. I'm just calming down because I nearly had a fight on the way to the episode here. I'm driving.
He nearly had a fight. He didn't nearly have a fight. He got his bollocks knocked in, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Driving from Dublin, right? I was doing a Virgin Media.
Oh yeah,
breakfast
that's
type
the
show.
new TV3, isn't it?
Yeah. So I'm driving up, long drive, 2 lanes on the carriageway. There's the 3rd lane, like the fast lane, and the guy in it is going roughly the same speed as me. He's in a people carrier,
Okay.
and I'm just driving on, and he's not indicating that he wants to come in or anything, but eventually he does. He goes in ahead of me. That's fine, and then he slows down. Now we're driving at 60. This guy goes to like 30. So I go, okay, I get it. He's annoyed. So I gotta go into the left lane beside me. He goes into the left lane beside me. I went, all right, you made your point, mate. I said out loud. Turn back into the fast lane. He turns back into the fast lane. I go, and I went, he's just gonna do this whole way. So I'm fuck him. So I keep driving, and he's slowing way down in front of me. And I was like, I wasn't in the wrong here. Then I go, he's gonna stop at the next red light in front of me and get out.
Yeah.
And we're gonna have to have a fight. And I went, all right. And then,
But you're feeling good about that because you're training at the minute.
because we're training, I'm like, it's also a bit of sparring. Get a bit of sparring
Yeah,
in, right?
fuck it. Where's
Now-
the gum sheet?
now he'll have to
Looking for it in
wait.
the glove box.
He'll have to wait till I go to the boot to get my
Seamus putting the
headgear on.
fucking bandages on. Hold on.
I'm like, yeah, you put 16-ounce gloves on or I'm not fighting. so,
Think I'm doing a drug test.
so we see a red light, and I'm like, this is it. Then I also, as I get closer, see tattoos on his arms, and I'm like, all right, maybe that'll turn in my favour here. But eventually he turns early into Hollywood. So I was like, right, fuck, that was weird. And then I drive back, go to the garage, loop round, park in our car park. I go, whose is that car? And in my head I go, I actually have the thought where I go, well, it's not going to be the guy. Paddy jumps out of the car. All right, mate. There's Paddy. I said, did you know that was me? He went, yeah. He went, did you not know it was me? I was like, no, I thought I was going to get my fuck kicked in the carriageway.
I seen him laughing because I thought he knew, so that's why
I was laughing at the pettiness of the guy. See as I got level with him, I went like this. Very good, mate. Very good.
I was about to ask, because were you in the car with him? Because you were like, he would have got his shit
No,
knocked in.
the whole way. And I can now picture his face.
That's great.
Like, fuck. But he was laughing, so I thought he was laughing.
I was laughing at it. I
He
go.
knows it's me now. So
And
then
you
I was just fucking. Do you know?
I was laughing. I
But
go.
then I wasn't realising that he didn't know it was me, so I was like fucking breaking in the middle of the carriage.
He was. He literally was.
And he
pulled
was
out the
laughing,
indicator.
and I'm going, he's loving it.
He was fucking building himself up
He
there
was
and
going,
murdered.
this guy's a fucking maniac.
I was like, I'm going to go at it in the hard shoulder here. It's going to be the County Down Spectator next week. It's going to be wild, but it was fucking.
That would have been great promo though for the fight.
Yeah.
Me, Shane's taking
But
this.
by the way, I don't see that as banter amongst mates. Pulling out in front of me in the
You see that as
carriage.
danger?
Yeah, that's not a prank.
I mean, the more dangerous
Come on,
the
a
prank.
fuck.
Ring me and pretend to be a doctor's receptionist or something. Don't pull out at 60 in front of me.
And slamming the brakes.
Fuck's sake, I can
That's
believe it.
excellent.
And then if I had seen you
But
with
then
the
even
glasses, I
past
might
the
not have known.
opening, so here's me. Maybe he didn't know it was me because that shady bastard won't pull in the same place as I'm going here. And even Donnie says he was
Crazy
going
I
to
didn't want to
guys.
fight with the mental stranger.
No, but he was like, no, I was going to guys. No, you weren't.
I did. I went and got
You're
a
like, I
banana
don't
at
want
the
them to
garage.
know where I go.
Release the CCTV of that.
Have you ever got followed home in your car?
Yeah, but for different reasons.
I
I-
got followed home one day. I used to have this.
That was the.
I flashed in the car park.
I had this wee fucking souped up fucking Ponto, right? Bright yellow. No fucking everything was smoothed out of it. No locks or nothing. It was one of them magazine featured cars, right?
No locks in it.
No locks or nothing. You push the wee button underneath the facility, open the door and all, right?
Right.
So it was one of them fucking max power fucking cars back in the day. And these cons were following me in it. And I was going, I can't go home because if they know where I live, then they're
Yep.
going to fucking come and get the car. So I just kept fucking driving about. And the cunt was fucking following. And I was going, the name of good fuck. So I went, fuck it. I rang my mates and I was like, he's made to fucking be ready here. I'm going to pull into your street, fucking come out, hurls fucking everything, right? They were right, dead on. All the boys were sitting at my mate's house. I pulled in the street, they come running out with it. And these two fellas fucking literally shit themselves. the number plate had fell off the bottom of the bumper, and they got it and then flew after me to try and give me the number plate.
Try and lose them.
And we were trying to lose them, and they're going, "Where the fuck's this guy going?" Do you know what I mean?
Two
And I
good
was
smarts
going,
getting their head caved in with hurley bags.
"So you give me your number plate back, mate? I was following you from the Knockdale carriageway."
Ren, do you drive?
No, I recently failed my test again, and I'm banned from the test centre.
Did you slabber?
No, I fell out with him.
Nah, yeah.
Sorry.
What'd you do?
During the test?
Yeah, he told me. Well, it ended up with me shouting at him that he owed me 60 quid and all this. It went real bad. I got one minor and one major, which it had me fizzing, and it was his fault.
Do you know what? Jimmy Savile will be raging too.
only one.
Only one.
Why was it his fault?
Because I was on a small road and there was someone parallel parking, so I had to stop because it was just that car in the parked, and then one over, and this person's clearly in like a test as well. So I'm standing there for about 40 seconds, good distance, and some maniac comes flying around in a Range Rover and overtakes the corner and jumps over he basically just misses the car parking and goes up on the thing and drives off. And your man was like, well, maybe if you had have moved a couple of seconds more, he wouldn't have felt the need to do that. And I was like, what the fuck
That's
are
not
you?
your fault.
You feel
Yeah, he said that I stopped for a couple of seconds too much, and I was like, that fucking car's still parking. The guy's clearly struggling as well.
Where did you do the test?
Scotland.
Scotland.
Yeah. And then I remember what happened was then.
So I feel like in a Scottish driving test, you get more points for being a mad bastard.
yeah,
It's like if you had have just fucking...
be more like him.
If you had have pulled out right in front of that Range Rover and smacked the guy,
was it
you'd
in
pass.
Edinburgh, was it?
Aye.
They're cunts.
Aye. Aye, it is. Aye.
Edinburgh's cunts. Go to Glasgow to do your driving test.
That would be. Well, I'm not allowed to go to the Edinburgh one now, so I'll probably.
But you know what I mean?
But you get back there like you're...
I touched his leg afterwards.
Oh, aye, that'll happen.
You
aye,
tried,
yeah.
you tried different tactics.
Because he filmed me for that, and then like my instructor came out to listen to the thing. He was like, "Well, you both have the same version of events, and what you're both saying is Ryan's in the right." And then I just like started touching his leg, going, "Was this your first time too, darling? We could have been nervous together." And then I started shouting at him for owing me money. I flipped completely.
Have you met him in the street yet?
No. He was from London too, so a London dude in Edinburgh.
Oh, fucking, you're Irish. You're never passing that.
Yeah.
Do you
I feel
remember?
like he with what do you call it, like remittance? He should have just given you your test. Reparations.
What you
Yeah.
should've done was-
That's it.
You know
Imagine if you
what?
tried to claim
Did you ever watch
reparations.
In the Name of the Father?
Aye, of course.
Do you ever see the part where he goes down to the main guy in the prison and he goes, "Number 42, fucking Maguire Street. There's an HB family living in that house, isn't there? You should have fucking done that on him." Honestly, with that voice.
Paddy, he was on his camp when he died. I've never heard
I'm trying to do his camp voice.
He sounded like Julian.
He's
Sell.
from
number
Donegal.
42.
But he's from Donegal. He has to do it in a Daniel O'Donnell sort of threatening way. Do you know what I mean?
Tea With Me podcast is also sponsored by our friends BetterHelp. I think everybody's walking around with something on their chest. You know, something you need to get off your chest, something on your mind, a problem that you're putting off, whether it's a family thing, a work thing, whatever it is. People have stresses, big and small. I had a stress this morning that was so silly, but really got me like fired up. And then I was like, what am I doing in my life? I was doing a talk show down in Dublin this morning, travelled back up to do the pod, stopped at an Apple Green to get breakfast, and wasn't happy with what that had on offer. And I was like, I've not got a proper breakfast here. I can't go about my day because I have an action-packed day. And I was like, what am I doing? Got myself 2 bananas and a cup of tea and everything was right with the world. But that stressed me out in a few minutes. And that's a small stress. There's bigger stress in the world. I'm aware of that. But in that moment, that was on me. People obviously keep things bottled up and then affects them negatively. Therapy is a safe space to get things off your chest and to figure out how to work through whatever it is that's weighing you down. Problems bigger than breakfast. Whether or not you've been in therapy before, or maybe you know someone who has, it can be nerve-wracking for people and daunting to kind of go somewhere, you know. And I speak to so many people at the minute who have work politics. That's something that's come up in like the past week loads of times with people I've been talking to. If you're thinking of getting things off your chest and you think therapy might be the way to go, give BetterHelp a try because it's therapy but done in a different way. You fill out a questionnaire, you get matched with a licensed therapist, you can switch therapists at any time if the person isn't right for you, no additional charge, and you can do this from the comfort of your own home. So if you want to get things off your chest with BetterHelp, you go to betterhelp.com/teawithme. you get 10% off your first month. That's betterhelp.com/tea with me. The link is in the description. Let's get back to this episode, folks.
You don't like Edinburgh because I was with you the day. I met.
Parking tickets?
No, I don't know what that is. We'll get into that. The day you spent like 11 grand on a tikka masala by accident.
Fuck me.
Paddy, you've lost touch with reality. He's lost touch.
I come in to do a compilation show with you, and he was fucking fizzing. I can't remember what was that. What was
There was two couples from Glasgow coming to see me, friends of mine, and they were fucking juiced to bollocks. So I didn't want to go to a bar with them, and then I was like, look, I'll go and have a meal with you instead of sitting in a bar, because they were full, right? So they were like, we know this fucking Indian man, it's fucking spot on. So we went to the Indian. Went in, ordered food, and I'm sitting there, and he's fucking eating with his hands and all, spitting it all over me, and I'm going, oh, fuck me. And they're mates of mine, like, but it was, his wife's going, will you stop it? And he's going, should he eat Paddy soon, man? And all, I'm going, fuck. So I hanging up the pay fist just to get the fuck out of here. So I was up, I was like, mate, can you take fist here? And he was like, right. It was £167.
Right.
And I went,
It's
right,
such a
just-
cheap Indian. I don't know how much
like, I know for 5 of us, like, it was a fucking cheap Indian.
It's
when you
actually a
think of
bargain,
it. Yeah. So I was like, just fucking pay for it, and your man fucking putting it in. I mean, hurry up before they come out, mate, because I don't want to have a fucking fight with drunk Scotties here fucking paying for food. And next minute he fucking taped it in, and I went, dude, and he went, no. And I went, what happened?
leaned on the zeros.
And he went, I've just charged you, like, it was 1,167. And I was like, that's alright, just give me it back. And he went,
Nah.
I don't know.
I'll
how
give
to
you
do it.
Papa Doms, bro.
And I'm like, listen.
Reparations.
I was like, listen.
Would you take a load of naans? Just so the old ladies there.
We'll give it to you back in
And then
credit.
the Scotties come out, and the Scotties are like, "He's his fucking money, man." And I'm going, so I'm trying to keep them in, so I'm going, I need to stay calm, because if I flip out, they'll
Yeah.
fucking bounce and fucking headbutt your man there.
Yeah.
So your mom was like, I don't know what to do, and I went, I do, just take it out of the fucking till. It was £167. Give me £1,000. I can't give you I can't give you out of the till. And I'm like, yes, you fucking can. You're bound to have £1,000 in there. Place is fucking rammed. Just give me £1,000. And he's like, I'm not allowed to give you cash out of the till. I have to give it back in the card, but I don't know how to do it. And I was like, well, somebody better know how to fucking do it. And then another one came, and he's like, you have to come back tomorrow. And I went, my fuck. I says, listen, I'm not leaving here until I've had something returned onto my card or cash. You know me? So that's the way it is. And then the Scotties were like, wait, we're going to fucking wreck the place. And I'm going, Jesus Christ.
10 grand of damage.
Next minute, he phoned his nephew or something, and he turned up. He worked in a bank, and he went, I can do it. It'll be 500 and 500, but it won't show up in your account until tomorrow morning. He says, but you have to trust me. And I trusted him. I did trust him. So he showed me he done it. He gave me a receipt. And he said, and the other one went, you're very calm about this. I really like that. And I went, I see your 2 glass doors. They'll not be on tomorrow morning if the fucking money's not in by 9 o'clock.
And what part of Edinburgh was you from?
But no, he was from a wee highland place called Bangladesh. But it went in the next day. But yeah, it was like, I was just sitting there going,
Yeah.
and then but the Scotchies were going, how the fuck did you have £1,000 in your account to fucking pay for it anyway?
There's nothing funnier than or more infuriating at the time when someone in a place just can't do a thing.
Yeah,
and you're like,
yeah.
no, I need you to do it. And they're like, I wouldn't know how to do that. When we were in Australia,
I forgot about that, by the way.
Yeah, I remember you fizzing. It was very funny.
he's gone through so much cognitive therapy to get to put this behind him. He's gonna fucking wreck Indian Ocean down the
man.
road here on the way home.
I was hammered that day too, so I landed in, and it was a late compilation show. I'm pretty sure it was like a midnight one, or it was 11. I think it was your one. Yeah. And then we went in, and you just came in the back going like, "I've just spent,
Well, by the way,
I've just spent thousands on
by
a
the
tikka
way,
masala."
champagne problems. I just spent 10 G's on a masala there, boys. Fuck's sake.
I know. What would people think but to see your bank account? Fat cunt. What a fat cunt.
Was it Moss Kitchen?
you know what I mean?
Moss Kitchen, 11 grand.
I know, and
We'll tell you
nobody's
something.
going to believe that they're going to go, there's a massage parlour at the back at India.
Yeah.
We had in Australia, we had a meal, me, Willie and Niall. Went up to pay for it. Something wrong. Was it Indian cafe? Went to pay for
Starting
it.
to be a theme here, lads, isn't there?
Worldwide. I went up to pay for it. The guy's like, card machine's taking a long time. Probably waited 15 minutes. I'm looking at him going, 3 scones and 3 cups of tea. Like, you know what I mean? Like, away we go here.
Oh,
No cash on
you
me.
didn't, did you?
What?
You did.
What?
You went, Shane Todd.
No, I would
Can I
do
not have those?
I would do that in
Three on
Europe.
the-
I wouldn't do.
in
I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it in Australasia,
I wouldn't
right?
do it in Europe.
I'd do it if it was from here to Bulgaria, but I wouldn't do it.
Bulgaria's the line.
And I have no profile there at all. So the guy was like, "No, card machine's not going to work. My boss isn't here." And I went, "All right." And he's like, "What are we going to do?" And I was like, "You tell me what we're going to do. I have card. I'm ready to pay." And he's like, "Not going to work." And I went, "Well, I come back tomorrow." And he's like, "Yeah, but how do I?" He said, which really got me thinking in a deep way. He's like, "How do you know you're you?" And I went, "That doesn't make sense. How do any of us know we're anyone?" And I had to show him my phone and social media. So he like takes down like a name, took screenshots, and then I had to come back the next day.
post up.
40 quid. Had to pay.
Wanted.
Had to go
40?
back. Had to go back across the city to pay the equivalent of about 40 quid.
My mate gave a guy a shoe
Sickening.
one time to prove they would pay.
A shoe.
A shoe, just one of his shoes. Your mum wanted
Did he have
both
his
of them.
name
He
on
says
it?
you're not getting both of them because if I give you both,
It was
of them,
Michael Jordan.
he says if there were a
That's
dear,
me jumping.
there were a dear pair of fucking shoes. There were fucking Alistair McQueen. Fucking, isn't that right?
Alexander McQueen.
That
Alistair?
Alistair McQueen's way cheaper.
he got
That's
them
a
in Turkey. Got a pair of them Alistair McQueens, but
Martin Jordan's.
he couldn't pay the taxi. And he says to the taxi man, "I'll give you one shoe." And he was like, "No, give me both of them." And he went, "No, because if I give you both of them, then it means they're useful to you."
They're
And if
worth
I-
more than the fur.
Exactly.
Yeah,
If we
yeah.
have one each, somebody needs to get the other one.
Yeah.
He says, "So I'll have to." And your mum was like, "But one shoe's no use to me." And he went, "And it's no use to me, but there's them." He was showing them online what they were. And he's like, "I promise you, I'll pay you a fare to come and get the money tomorrow." And your man fucking came back and all, like. But your man got a photo took with him with the shoe. It was fucking funny, like.
Do you still live in Edinburgh now?
Aye.
Because we only see it really for the fringe or the old
It's
tour
completely
show.
different. There's like it's quiet.
People from Edinburgh come out. I feel like they look out the blinds until
Yeah,
the
yeah, they all
31st of
fuck
August
up.
and then they come out.
Yeah. Rent their apartment then for like
They'll move
14 grand. Yeah, because it's ridiculous.
It was fucking scary, but I paid last year.
Yeah. I wouldn't like. I'm starting to think this thing's not really worth it at all for anybody.
No.
Nah.
Yeah.
Cost me, like, I sold out every night last year and plus done compilation shows. And it cost me money.
Yeah. I mean,
I did one night.
How does that work out? Did it
that's the
cost
way
you
to do it.
money?
Like Willie was chatting last night about like. He just
I'm
wants
probably
to-
going to do that.
Yeah, you know, he was like, Willie was like, "Oh, I just want to get my show ready. I'll use it for that."
Doesn't
And I go,
cost Willie anything because he's disabled. He lives in a fucking student accommodation. Do you know what I mean?
With those stairs.
He gets his DLA. He can collect his DLA when he's in Edinburgh. Like, it's not like a fucking. Do you know what I mean? Willie could go to Canada and it wouldn't cost him anything.
But the hills,
What?
you're offsetting against the hills. He's having a good time.
Do you know what?
he's
I have a
enjoying himself with the
photograph of him lying on the sofa at our compilation show.
Asleep, wasn't he?
Sleeping like a baby. Like, full on fucking. Like, it fucking took its toll on him.
If Willie walks about a lot during the day, you have to almost like
Carry him.
put him in like a
wee
put him
push
in like
thing.
a small space and leave him for a while, and then he like regenerates. Honestly, he comes back to
Don't
life.
feed him after midnight
like
or
an
get
electric
water
cat.
on because he
Definitely don't.
multiplies.
The only thing Willie eats after midnight's ass.
And it doesn't matter whose it is.
You were on about the money in the till. Someone got really upset with me once when I worked in a shop. For not, they won 55 grand in a scratch card. And she was just like, "Give me the till." I go, I don't have 55 grand here. And she genuinely was proper pissed off. I go, "You have to go to Dublin or something."
Yeah.
And she was just
Is
like,
this in Donegal?
"Yeah, it was in Ruffo."
Raffo, well, that explains it, doesn't it?
That shop was amazing, right? Because
Give me the 55 grand.
Was she from
give me the
there?
55.
All right, well,
grand.
give me 20 of it.
She goes, I have to go to Dublin. I go, "Well, I'm sure you can afford the bus. Like, you fucking like."
You buy a fucking car to go, like, you know what I mean?
yeah.
You can get an Uber. I tried to get an Uber from Aberdeen to fucking
Yeah.
Glasgow and nobody would take me.
It was like 9 a.m. too. Like, we haven't sold enough milk. To
Yeah,
give you fucking
yeah. If you hang about, well, I'm sure we'll have 55 grand.
You're like, I couldn't even change to 20 if you fucking give me it now.
This was a wild west because it was in Raffo and I was 16 and they were like, "You're in charge of the off license," and I go, "Sounds illegal."
Yeah,
Right? And he goes, "The whole shop, by the way." He goes, "The whole shop." I got this like pep talk on my first day. He goes, "The whole shop is ran on a generator, right? So they're siphoning energy from somewhere. He's like, right. And if the electricity goes off, and I was like, all right, it's just the generator breaking. He goes, no, don't listen. It's because the gypsies are coming.
And we'll have to hide the generator in case they steal it.
I was like, what? And he goes, well, do not. He goes, no.
He's saying like a power and the like. It's like a feeling the generator will know.
Generator gets legs and runs across the field.
His exact words were, the gypsies will come, right, and they'll kick the fuck out of the generator, and then the electricity goes off, and then they'll come in. They'll come in and run and steal my ham. And I was like, your ham?
He's another guy that works there. He messed Paddy about in that restaurant.
Ham's the piggy bank out of Toy Story, isn't he?
My Ham's the guy that ripped you off in Edinburgh.
This guy goes to me, if they come in, I have a shelf here, right, and it's all full of Bucks Fizz and cheap champagne. You just hit them with that. And I was like, I'm not hitting. I'm not fucking assaulting people.
You're paid £2 an hour and you're expected to beat the bollocks out of people.
The most middle class attack of all time. Beat the death with Dom Perignon.
He's like, just pinging at them.
I'm telling you, if you hit me one more Buck Fizz, the family be down. The family be down. With tarmac your granny's whole fucking driveway.
I had that working in the bottom garage in Hollywood when I was probably about 18, and a small guy, either like a tall young person or a small man, walked in with like a bit of a blade and was like, give us all the money. I mean, the other guy working there were like, no, and he went, all right, fuck you, walked out.
Fuck you.
It's the shittest robbery of all time.
Do you know, when they ran in though to rob the place, all I could hear him, because his office was like around to the side of near the tills, and you can hear them going, they're coming. You could hear the voice through the thing. They're coming, because I was so excited. Right?
It's like Vikings,
Lord of the Rings looking out the castle.
Yeah.
Brace yourself! Fucking gypsies turning up, big fucking.
I nearly fucking shattered because they went straight for the ham. I thought he was doing like some sort of weird racist, like they're going to come for my ham, and I was like, they're going to come for your ham.
They're rejecting it.
They're fucking. Everybody went straight for the ham, like directly up for the ham.
You got any, Danny?
Well, if this was, what age are you now?
33.
So this is like 15, 16 years ago. Ham was booming back in the day. Like ham was the shit. Ham was real. Ham was big. Like
that's what me in Ireland.
Big anymore.
That's what the Celtic Tiger was all about.
Yeah,
ham.
Yeah.
Well, you think about it, since the Celtic Tiger collapsed, where's ham these days?
Well, they weren't feeding it anymore.
People haven't pulled pork. People haven't bacon.
Rafo shut their shop that sold the ham that fed the Celtic Tiger. And that's why
I did hear that he got into, like, I can't tell if this is real or not, but someone told me he did eventually get in trouble because he ran out and threw a bottle of Bucks Fizz and it missed them. And there was some 90-year-old driving up the road in her little car, and it went through her front window, and she swerved and crashed into the petrol pumps that he also owns on the other side of the road. People are like, what shop now? It's the one shop.
In Rafo.
It sounds like the final scene of a Netflix movie.
It sounds like Father fucking Ted.
It does.
Jesus, Ted. Did the woman just crash into the petrol station? Oh, Jesus. The gypsies are after the ham again. Jesus.
You were doing Lavery's last night and Wednesday night. I did Wednesday. Wednesday was great.
Yeah, it was class.
Did you hostel at this time? You hostel?
Yes, yeah. No, I know. There's always something when I always have some sort of fucking hostel story.
Why do you stay in hostels?
Paddy.
Cheaper.
Could you stay in I couldn't stay in a hostel.
I could. If I wanted to, I could, right? But I wouldn't want to put myself in that situation.
Exactly.
Because I would be the mad story that you would tell the next day. It would be me.
Yes.
I would get up in the middle of the night and patient somebody or something. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's just one of them. Know when you're in a fucking situation where you go, don't fucking get up in the middle of the night and pace in the corner.
Yeah.
You'd fucking do it when you're in a hostel with strangers.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I told Kieran in his podcast about an orgy broke out in my room once, right? But
Did you throw a cheeky hand in?
No,
Ryan said, let's have an orgy. And then weirdly it broke out.
He was whacking with both hands that night. Orgy!
This is Belfast.
Yeah, no, that was in Cork, that one, right? Belfast's not too bad. The reason why I stay, it depends where you are. Like Vagabonds is good.
Who's in there?
Right.
What is it? Is it your own room?
No, is it fuck? Have you ever been in a hostel?
No.
It's like,
I never will.
it's like jail.
Aye, it is. It's quite like jail, but you can go out the front door.
I'd rather walk the night.
Did you ever go away with school and stay in a dorm?
Yep.
Right. Picture that.
Right.
Only with people who sniff glue
Yeah.
and don't get waxed.
Yeah. I couldn't do it.
Most
I
of the
couldn't
time.
go to sleep knowing
Knowing
there's
that
people in that
somebody's-
room I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, no.
Airbnb
Well,
is a
grow
bit
up.
like it, only you have Like, I stayed in an Airbnb in Edinburgh because I couldn't get a hotel room one time.
Yeah.
I was doing one of the clubs and booked late. And I stayed in an Airbnb. It was just round the corner from the Monkey Bar. And it was rooms.
Yeah.
But everyone shared the bathroom.
Okay.
And everyone had a lock on their door. And I came back from doing the gig and fucking key, the front door key, no problem. And I couldn't get into my room. And I was like, what the fuck? And I rang your man. He's like, there's a key in the kitchen in the cupboard. And I went in. He was like Brazilian or something that owned the fucking place, right? And I found the keys, tried it, and it's not fucking working. I mean, for fuck's sake, I'm fucking soaking wet. The fucking nice rain, your fucking locks aren't working. And he went, do you think you could kick a door in? Me, I know I can kick a fucking door. And he went, well, do it. And I went, right. And I kicked the door in, and the fella and girl were crying in the bedroom.
Kick in the door.
I went to the wrong door.
Hi, what's going on in here?
I was staying in number 3 and they were number 2. I came back, I got fucking confused. Didn't think of trying the door, but they could hear all this going on. Could hear the accent outside the door. What the fuck? What do you mean? Just kick a door? Can you kick it? I know I can kick a door, and fucking kick it. And fucking crying.
Paddy made it up to them with £900 worth of masala.
And they went, are you ran Cullen? I went, no. He makes you have orgies in hostels. That's why we don't stay.
I couldn't go to sleep.
Riga. I went to a hostel in Latvia.
Yeah.
Right? And it was me and 2 lads from.
That's the capital of Latvia.
It is. It is. I know that because Mickey Joe Hart.
With a capital R.
Mickey Joe Hart. Eurovision 2003 from Lifford.
Yeah.
Riga.
Riga. That's where it was.
All right.
You write that down now. I'll wait. No, I went to one in Riga, and there's 2 guys from Turkmenistan.
Yep.
And they were just like, sorry, mate.
Weird country.
We have to do a bit of like the
Weird
call to
country.
prayer. It's a weird country.
All smoke and mirrors. Turkmenistan.
It's.
What?
Right.
Explain that.
Yep.
Explain now.
Okay.
Is
Right.
it one of these countries where they have all the monuments and all the big buildings, but they're empty?
Yes, it is.
And you aren't allowed to walk about as a tourist on your own.
So Ryan, let a couple academics take it from here. Yes, Paddy, it is. It is.
So they follow you and stuff, and they only yes. But there's like
We bit North Korea.
Yes.
Yep. It's
There's
all.
nothing in the buildings.
like
It looks like the most opulent kind of.
City.
It looks like something from like a sci-fi film, and it's got all these
it's
like
empty.
gold-plated things, and they have this ruler guy, and it's all built like about him and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
And then when you go there, there's no traffic on the roads. There's nothing happening. It was for like there was like the World Police and Fire Games or the World Something Championships.
Yeah.
Some slightly weird was there, and they built it all for this to showcase it, and there's just nobody in it.
I know a guy filmed an RTE, and he sat at the bus stop in Fair City for an hour waiting for the bus, going, where the fuck is this bus? The whole town's fake.
Where?
Fair City.
Oh.
In RT. He just sit at the bus stop going like, oh, where the fuck? He started tweeting them and stuff. Like, where's this bus?
Right.
And
Do
he
they
realized,
just own the street?
yeah, it's just a fake street. He goes, oh, fuck that centre, it's not real. He goes, but it took me an hour.
It used to be Jennyman Street in Belfast. A lot of people didn't know about that, but that was just a street kept. The cobblestones was the same. They had the lamppost and the facade of the houses, but when you went in behind it, the guy that owned it actually sold all old building materials,
Yeah.
but they used it for filming all the time.
Yeah, yeah.
I've been to a few of the lots in the States.
And what we done
And
was
I've seen everything.
my mate was his stag do, and it was just a local one in Belfast, and we got him fucking juiced to Bollocks, and we dropped him off in that street.
Right.
And he fucking was just, he woke up in that street, and he's knocking doors now, and there's nobody, but he's looking, and it's like an old Belfast street, and he's
Yeah.
going, what the fuck has happened, just freaking himself out, you know what I mean?
I'm going to ask you about Latvia in a second, but what about whenever I nearly commandeered you for my stag do?
Yeah, I nearly ended up in your stag.
How
dog.
class would
yeah.
that have been?
Do you know what? I was, you
It'd
have
be
no
nice
idea
just to be
how,
asked to go.
how
Paddy,
fucking...
Paddy, this was a long time ago, and you're about 15 years older than all of us.
And that's it.
Not 15. What age are you? What age are you?
30.
30. Do you know what I mean?
So,
So we were all in the airport getting ready to go.
Aye.
I run into Ryan Cullen, who's in the airport. I went, what are you doing here? He goes, I was doing a gig. I'm flying
Did
home.
you think he was just turning up to go on your stag, and you
I
went,
thought he was
Had I
freelance. I
invited
thought
him?
they'd booked him as a stripper, and I was going to be like, actually, know this guy. What are the chances?
what if he had a went, you're not staying in a hotel, we're just doing a tour of hostels. Where was your
Riga.
stag?
Magaluf.
Magaluf.
Aye.
Nah, Magaluf hostels would be fucking insane.
Oh, fuck
I
that.
can't remember. There was one thing I couldn't... I was genuinely going, this
So
is,
he-
this
he
is
was-
a story.
He was there by chance waiting on a flight back to Edinburgh. I said, come on my stag. And he goes, I don't really... I said, what do you have on the next 2 days? He's like, I've got one gig, I could maybe move it. He's like, I don't know. I went, we'll go on Skyscanner right now. We'll do a whip round. We'll book you onto my stag. Just don't get on your flight.
I
And get
should've
on this
done it.
one.
What age
And
you?
33.
He was
So
so
it's an
close
age
to
thing?
I'm
this.
still.
So if
in
you
the
hadn't
age
met
bracket.
me in the airport, you wouldn't have said that.
No.
You'd have had.
Yeah.
Well, he was in the Lagan Bar bit. You'd have been in, like the wee seats for the quiet area. You'd have been there.
Aye.
We blanket on. Yeah. If you came on my stag, it would look like a weird geography field trip.
Nah, you could have just said that's my big brother. My ma's a dirty bitch and she had something really young.
But you should have gone.
I really regret it now. I can't remember what it was. One little thing, and I tried to get out of it, but the rest of it was movable. And I was
Right.
like, fuck,
I'm
that's a
getting
story.
Paid, I'm getting paid to go on a stag.
Are you?
Like genuinely, there's guys.
Is it your stag?
No,
Yeah, Paddy's invoicing the boys to go on his own
no,
stag.
they have offered me money to go to Ibiza on a stag with them.
Oh,
And you don't know
great.
anybody.
None of them.
I would do that. Mind you, I might.
But hold on. In my head, there's a price. So how many nights?
5.
That's a long shift. That's a holiday with boys you don't know.
Yeah.
And they're not gonna say, Paddy, we'll book you in a separate hotel if you
No,
fancy coming
no.
over there. But you're
my
part
own
of it.
room, but on the stag for the whole time, leaving from Derry Airport and all, like everything.
It seems too good, but also
No, it doesn't. No, it
See,
seems
this is-
too good.
Yes. So me and
5 days
that's
in
his
Ibiza
nightmare.
with people.
That's his
you don't
nightmare.
know.
we clearly live very different lives. You're like hostels, can't you? I was like, wow,
I wouldn't want to go.
That sounds amazing.
I wouldn't want to go to Ibiza for 5 days with my best mates. 3 days, 100%. 5 days.
We did 6 nights in Vegas for a stag.
The stuff
you've
they
gone
have planned
far
on
enough
it
for that.
is amazing. Like really amazing.
What
Like,
kind of
it's-
age you guys?
They're all about 33, 34.
Right.
And
people.
they're all they're wealthy.
Right,
They're,
okay.
They're not scrimping this. They're not
Right.
staying in hostels. Like it's all the best of the best.
What
like,
kind of activities are we talking?
like out on fucking yachts and doing booze cruise thing, but it's like a good one. Not
classy
like,
one.
yes, it's not like a 60 quid one. And then another day going out.
Are you going to do it?
I've said I like. I've said I. Now the deposit hasn't been paid, but I've said yes.
But the thing is, if you leave such a great impression on this, they'll tell their mates and their next mate who's getting married or bring you on a stag, and your liver is gonna be fucked. In about 10 years, you'll still be on.
They can't force you to drink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or say yes. You
Yeah.
just say no.
Yeah.
But
I
it'll be
can't-
weird to be on that. They're all on the booze cruise, and you've got a green tea on the go. Or you're gonna
Peppermint tea.
just pretend to drink.
What?
Just pretend.
Oh,
to
you can
drink.
get a 0-0. Nobody knows
Yeah,
any
yeah.
different. Plus, you can do the old drink a shot, spit it in the empty beer bottle.
Yeah.
Ah. I've never done that.
No.
Sorry. Talk to me about the
Riga.
Riga.
Oh God, I don't know.
How much you paying a night?
on Riga? Like £9.
That's
Right.
dear for Riga, isn't it?
It is. I went for the fancy one.
Yes, the ambassadors.
yeah. Hilton hostels. He went anyway, and this guy, 2 lads were like, "Listen, we have to do the call to prayer in the middle of the night." And I go, yeah, go on ahead, go wild. I don't mind. I'll sleep through anything," is what I said. And then they went, "All right, cool. We're doing one now." I didn't know they meant like it was
they
like
chanting?
12, 3, 6. Yeah. Not only was the chanting,
Are they the
I
chanting
don't.
and spinning round?
It wasn't. It wasn't even that. It's the fact that they put on a.
What do you mean spinning around?
Have you never seen this?
Yeah.
I was going to.
Where like they spin round in the room, they chant and they go from side to side, oh, and then they fucking go into a big fucking frenzy and they spin round. Have you not seen this? Can you not get it up?
You thinking of a
Are you
fun
thinking of a
fair?
Limp Bizkit concert?
No. Like this is like
The mosh pit for rolling.
this is Islamic chanting. I'd say the Chetnians are probably the main ones that do it.
I don't think I've seen that. I'm thinking the traditional on the knees.
It was that, yeah.
Right.
But
Oh, so it wasn't the spinny round
They didn't do
fucking-
any
no,
spinning. It was just a mad. But my only problem is I don't even mind that. It was at all. It was the fact that he just went, "All right, no problem," and he took out a speaker that had like.
Bluetoothing it up.
He Bluetoothed it up and then had like there was like lights coming from it. Like it was a little fucking.
So there's a bit of production
There was
attached to this.
He put like the light on and there was like a little fucking disco ball spinning, and he was like, it lasted for a good while, and then he was just like, right, so 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, we'll do that again, and then 6, and then.
See if I'm happier with that than the idea of wild cards in the room. If someone comes up to me and goes, "I'm doing this at these times," mentally I go, no worries.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
got a plan for. He's busy.
Yeah,
with
yeah,
that. He's
yeah.
not going to be thinking
It's
about
the not
murdering
knowing.
me.
It was
Yes.
only the lights that pissed me off.
Right.
The rest was fine. In fact,
Yeah.
you just strobe lighted it up for
Yeah.
no reason.
Yeah.
I would have
think-
started with that. I'm going to let a
Do you think
strobe light
they
off every 2
weren't
hours.
even like they just went see what we can
Get
get away
Yeah,
with
yeah.
Aye, aye.
and make a content out of
What's
this
the worst hostel you've ever stayed in?
The Sheila's in Cork. It's called Sheila's. Sheila's Hostel in Cork. That's the orgy one. Where the guy tipped me in the shoulder. He's like, "Do you want in on this?" And I was like,
Sheila's. If I was staying somewhere that was called Sheila's Hostels, I would expect there to be orgies.
How
wouldn't
many
I?
people are involved at
And
the
that
point where
orgy?
he asked you to get in?
"Oh, there was like 3. There was 2 couples.
Right.
Yeah, so 4 of them.
But one of them was like
And
just
then-
setting up lights.
And then,
yeah.
oh no, sorry, you talking about the orgy?
Yeah, I'm talking
Yeah.
about the orgy.
Yeah, there was 4.
So
And
4.
That was it. Yeah.
And when you turned it down, was he dead on with that? Was he like,
yeah, he's fine with it. It was just like,
Like
but I
that.
just felt like I just faced the wall and just closed my eyes, pretend it wasn't happening, hoping I wouldn't get
What
splashed.
was the weirdest thing?
You
What
start
was,
doing a call to prayer.
what,
You're
was
like,
the,
sorry again.
what was the weirdest thing you heard them saying during the orgy?
Oh no, I put the earphones in. You know, it wasn't like they were horrible people. That was it.
That's.
I could smell it.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't do hostel. There's no mission I could do it.
It's
If-
only
in-
certain cities. Like I do it here because the Vagabonds is great here. That's a
Right.
good hostel. Like
In the
yeah.
Belfast one?
Yeah. That's up by Lavery's. That's great. That one.
The vagabus is coming. But you go back. Do you leave stuff there? You go do a gig. Do you leave your stuff in
Yeah.
there?
Well, there's lockers. Like
Right. Okay. Okay.
I'd bring a wee lock. Like,
And then when you go to who's in that room with you when you go to sleep?
like last night.
Yeah.
I didn't chat to them. They were fine last night. Last night went without a hitch. Today, last 2 went out without a hitch. Everyone went to sleep. Nobody was noisy. You know.
Do you get changed in or in the bathroom?
Bathroom next door. Yeah. Some people go absolutely for it, and you're just like, "What are you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, like what are you doing?"
We were doing Castle Bar in County Mayo for Danny O'Brien, me and Cullen. It's like, I don't know, 6 years ago or something. And we got down there. It's like, I don't know how long it would take to drive. Hours and hours. Like, got down. He's like, put you up in this Airbnb, in this B&B.
Yeah.
It was kind of a bit like a hostel. And we got there. And the guy showing me to my room, when he like opened the door with like an old school, like, you know, like a long, like a medieval key.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, cheers, mate. And I'm like setting my stuff down. And he just stayed standing there. He's like, oh, just making sure you get sorted. He stood there for that long that as soon as he left, I went to call him. I'm not staying here. And when the guy was in a different part of the B&B, I just left my key back at reception. Text Danny, I was like, I'll just drive home after the gig. The fact that he lingered for more than 5-6 seconds, I was like, he'll try and
That's
kill
it.
me in the middle of the night.
That was enough for you.
Yeah.
He was waiting on a tip.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
Paddy, you know I'm circumcised.
Fuck's sake, Ian.
You went for a tip, and you were like, "I'm going to remove all services."
Me and Mickey done Aurora
great.
Bar in Portnew and Nairn and Donegal, and they had a tent at the side of the bar for a wedding the day before.
Oh,
So the
God.
bride and the groom, it wasn't getting lifted until the Monday.
Right.
So the girl in the bar says, I'm going to put a comedy night on. And it was me, Mickey, Magic George. And we went up, and I drove Mickey up. That's what happened. And we got up, and as soon as we arrived, the girl was like, come into the kitchen, get fish and chips. So we didn't have fish and chips, just want a beer. And Mickey's like,
Yeah.
it's next minute beer. So we hadn't even seen the room, didn't know where we were staying, hadn't took our bags out of the car, and then we were drunk before we even done the gig. And then we done the gig, and then we were up until like 2:30 in the morning
Yeah.
drinking because there was a traditional fucking music session on. And we're fucking there, and then Mickey went, I need to go to bed. Where are we staying? And I went, I don't know yet. And the girl went, aye, sure, wait 2 minutes. The band's going up. They're staying up the stairs too. They'll show you. And we went, right. And me and Mickey sat at the bar. Next minute, the band went, we're going up to bed. And we all went up, and it was just one big room. What could you do? Like, what could you
walk back in the direction of home?
do? Like, literally, it's fucking Donegal. Like, there's
Yeah, dude.
fuck all.
I'd be like the
Portnew.
hardest geezer. I'd just start the
You'd
run
have
back to County Down. Like.
You would have had to slap in the turf fucking shed or something.
No,
but
I
we
couldn't.
were juiced. Like, you couldn't even do anything. And I remember, probably shouldn't have drove at the time I did. I woke Mickey up.
10 minutes after this.
I woke Mickey up at 7:30 and I went, I'm leaving.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm fucking leaving. And he was like, why? And I went, he's bulked on the fucking bed. He's fucking put it in his face.
Oh, God.
He's snoring like fuck. That cunt had a wank, and Mickey was like, "What? Right." Mickey jumped up and got his gear on, and I drove home.
Mickey's
Mickey will
like,
tell you.
all of them were me.
The band never stayed. Ryan, see running roast battle.
Yeah.
You run the roast battle in Edinburgh.
Yeah.
But it's like part of a worldwide thing.
Yeah.
We're talking about doing one for Willie's birthday.
Yeah.
Willie loves it.
I loves it.
Yeah.
Willie loves it, and he got me to do it, and I didn't know what a roast battle was.
I've never heard someone say a certain word about Willie so many times.
Spastic?
Yeah, that's the one. I was
I
going to
feel
say,
like you had a game plan.
it was good.
No, I said to Willie, "What is it?" And
Yeah,
he went,
yeah.
"You roast me about what's
You have
wrong
to know
with me."
what a roast battle.
Yeah,
is.
you,
I never-
it's not just
never,
that. Yeah, you'd
like,
have to
never.
send a video to see what the...
This is like a guy who's like, I've never. Who's Taylor Swift? You
No,
know Taylor
Shane,
Swift.
I had never, I didn't know what a roast battle was, and Willie told me.
This is Jerry Adams.
So I'm
denying he was-
standing. No, but I was standing with my book, and Willie was like, "Oh, you just don't."
which is called Roast Battles by Paddy McDonnell.
What he says is, "You need 3 jokes.
Yeah.
You need 3 things to say about me, and that's it."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Right, okay." And all 3 of them were about disabled, and I watched it, and I went, Willie, there's back and forward here. And he went, "Oh, why, you can do other things, like." And I'm like, "You told me not to say nothing about your ma. You told me not to say anything about your religion. You told me not to." And he went, "Ha ha."
That's great.
I did get him a cracker, like.
You did, yeah.
But he won, like,
Yeah.
obviously.
What was your best one? Do you remember?
I think I called him something about a fidget spinner or something.
Oh, fuck.
I can't remember. It was said something like the kids in the playground called him a fidget spinner. I can't remember, something along that line anyway.
Yeah.
I did the World Championships in Denver, right? Like, there was a big tournament in
in
there.
What are you
America?
representing? UK and Ireland.
Did you
sort
stay
of
in a
thing?
hostel?
No, no, that one was a nice hotel. But the best roast joke I've ever heard was it was in the final of that, and it was Shalaka Corrupt. She's like a London comic, right? And she was up against a guy from LA. Who eventually won it. This fucking joke didn't even win it, right? It was the levels were different. He's Jewish, and she went Ryan
Never gonna
Neeson.
win in America.
Yeah,
saying something about a Jew.
Oh yeah, as soon as they did that, you could see people in the crowd going.
Yeah.
They went, Ryan Neeson is from Southeast California, so the only 90210 he's ever seen was tattooed on his grandmother's forearm. I was like, that's
Laugh, you can't.
I was like 10 out of 10. She lost.
Did you laugh?
Oh, everyone laughed.
What's the most savage? Is that the most savage one you've ever seen? But in the history of doing it?
Because there's sometimes people will go up and just like scream at the person that they're a spastic.
And harder than that went.
Which definitely lands harder than a well-written joke, because somebody's sitting there trying to get an intricate one-liner, and you're like, "Do you know what you are? A wee goblin?" They tend to laugh. They tend to land way harder sometimes.
I just remember the shock on people's faces that night.
Yeah, the second time you said it, you're like, they're not into
It's
this.
because it's also because it's usually better during the thing, because a lot of people come back and know what it is. But you were doing also a fringe one, so everybody didn't really know. Like, there was a lot
okay.
of comedians that hadn't done it before. The audience had never been before. It's just tourists, also kind of. So that's why they
So
were
normal roast
very
battle
much
nights, it's a
shocked.
roast battle crowd.
Yeah, they would know what they're getting. Like, and
I did one. Me and Mickey did one at the Galway Comedy Festival, but there was like no atmosphere. There was hardly anybody at it. It was in like a yurt, you know,
Oh,
like
God.
a tent.
Yeah.
And I think it's Irish for tent.
I
And,
love the fact that you had to explain him what a yurt was, and he stays in hostels.
Well, see,
he
when I
knows
said it-
exactly what a fucking yurt
he
is.
dreams of being in a yurt.
there's
Yeah.
one in my bag over there.
See, when I said it, I didn't know if it was the right word.
Your man in Raffo, that chap, keeps all the gypsies in a yurt.
I didn't know yurt was the right word till it just came out like, and then I was like, I don't know if that's right, but we did it in there, and there was, I don't know, say this held like cards being hosted. It should have been great.
Yeah, yeah.
And there was a good lineup, but I think it was like the last night of the festival, and it was at the same time as something massive, so there was no one there, and I enjoyed it, but
They're good. You have to set them up right.
Yeah.
They can be really bad very quickly.
Right.
Unless they're set up right. MC shouldn't be abusing people is always a good trick. They should be like, the
If
audience
I
should be
come over to
completely.
Edinburgh, I want to do it again.
Do-
I'll
yeah,
know how
yeah,
to do it.
absolutely.
And
You
that'll
coming
be
this year?
spastic, and I will call him a spastic again.
I'll get it back in the rematch. It's the exact same jokes you. You know, well, that's nice, Willie, but you.
Are you gonna go? Are you gonna go to Edinburgh this year?
What?
Just even for a while?
I may go for a couple of days.
I'm gonna do a day. I think
I think I'm going to do 3 days.
it'd be fun to do.
Just spend
Rose
$5
Battle.
grand for 3 days.
Yeah,
They're only on. I've only got like 3 dates, so tell me if you start coming and put this on one of them.
that'd be
Very laugh.
class. Does it get like in your history of doing them? Normally, obviously, it's good natured. Like it's mates. Like if it's you and Willie doing it, or me and Mickey doing it.
No, I
it's-
punched him after.
It's amazing.
I fucking punched him. I did. Because he fucking set me up with me fucking.
But do you get boys like taking a thick?
No, I not as much as you'd think. I think unless they do it in private,
Right.
come back, go home seething.
Right.
Because people sometimes come up to me trying to book them. He's like, I'm 3-1. I'm like, I've never.
There's no such thing.
I'm not doing records. I
Right,
have
yeah.
never paid attention to anybody who's ever won.
Yeah.
They're just a laugh.
I'm
Yeah.
3-1.
Yeah, I'm like 3-1. I have 2 knockouts.
Yeah.
He does that there with boxing.
Boxing. 1-0. You're 1-0 too.
A 10.
Oh, you're half and half. Gravy half and half.
You don't know what I am.
Do you know what hostels aren't as bad as? Hotels in Blackpool.
Right.
Hotels in Blackpool are ridiculous.
I went into one there. I was in Blackpool last weekend, and the place I checked into, I've had to check out of loads of hotels because they were shite, like you were saying. I just walked out.
Yeah.
One of mine's recently had no window. Like it was Christmas time, and there was no window. And I was like, it's -10 in here, and there's
Christmas time in Blackpool
I
in a
know.
windowless hotel room.
And I was like, it's like -14 here. And the guy was like, aye. And I go, I'm going to have to not stay in here. And he goes, aye, that's all right. I'll give you a refund. He must have been just like, I'll try it. So I went on to like TripAdvisor and.
Give it to the Irish, man.
Yeah. And it
They're
was.
not as fucking stupid as they think.
And then, do you know on TripAdvisor, I looked at all the 1 stars and it was like 6 years ago and 2 people were like, fucking no window and room free.
Still.
And I'm like, that's been out for fucking 6 years.
Yeah.
The suicide suite.
Yeah, you were in a facility. Yeah, thinking you're in a hotel in Blackpool.
Me and Nelson were doing a show. Me and Mark Nelson were doing a show.
I thought you meant Trevor for a second.
Mandela.
I got hyped as fuck.
I thought he meant Mandela. I was going to go, fucking hell. I didn't know Nelson Mandela was into the roast battles. I cut.
We were in Blackpool.
I am telling you now that Ryan Cullen is a fucking fruit.
in
You
Blackpool.
know what? What I think one of the best things about that was we reacted like this and then realised halfway through that's not a bad Nelson Mandela. Like that is a decent Nelson Mandela.
He's got the, what's that Mandela Effect, isn't it? Oh, did you think he was...
It's when someone say, I'll describe this badly. It's when
He
someone
doesn't have it.
He's got
doesn't have
Nelson. It's named after
The
him.
Nelson, I know, but he doesn't have it. You know, like it's not. It's like fucking Jimmy Savile isn't a victim of his fucking paedophilia.
The Savile Effect.
Hey, sorry, Paddy. What?
He's the
The
Savile's biggest victim.
Nelson
himself.
Mandela effect is a thing that affects other people. It can't be the person that it's about. If you
But
know-
he must have been the original one.
No.
Oh, then again, it
The
is about him.
Nelson Mandela effect is that people thought that he was never released from prison.
I thought it was he died.
He died in
People
prison.
thought he
People
died in prisons in the 80s.
Yeah.
Aye. Oh, it was prison. That's
The main one I
had
think
it
of
when
is
he, when
the
he died.
Forrest
I
Gump
was
one.
So
like,
they thought he
I
was the
remember choking
president
him
of
out.
the country and fucking was doing it from prison. Do you know what I mean?
The one I think of is the Forrest
Gump.
Gump. Life's like a box of chocolates, but the actual quote is life was like a box of chocolates.
Oh shit! Yeah, I did that.
But I would love to see in Blackpool you, Trevor Nelson, and Nelson Mandela on lineup.
Forrest
That'd be
Gump.
wild.
Forrest Gump sitting in the first city fucking bus stop.
Actually, in our both our hotel booklets, you know, you get a wee booklet,
Yes.
the intro booklet,
Touch of
page
class.
1. I turn it over and he goes, "Why not try our delicious confectionery downstairs?" And it was a mobile phone picture of the vending machine. And I was like, "Fuck me!" And I asked Nelson. I sent it to Nelson. Nelson sends me back one in his hotel, and his first.
This
page
is what you can see. You
He's lost it.
need to do the same, Mark.
do you know the worst thing is now I'm going to be chatting to him, and all I'm going to be thinking about now, I'm going to call him Mark from now on. His had a big red letters going, "If you're coming down for breakfast, you have to wear underwear." In red capital blocks. That means so many people were coming out, clearly, like maybe a dressing gown with their balls out.
Yeah, or t-shirt jumper on.
Aye.
Nothing else.
Yeah, Winnie the Pooh did.
The roast battle would be great. It's like it must be. when
I'd
you
come
get-
over for that.
when you get two good mates in.
It is better with mates.
And when people know them, that
I
must be great.
try to like book mates if you can. It is
Do you get
funny.
like? Do you think some like higher profile acts are precious with it and don't want to do it?
Yeah, loads of them.
Right.
Yeah. They're like, no, I'm not.
I
doing
don't
it."
think you'd be too good at it.
Sorry.
I don't like. I don't.
I'd be great at it.
No, I don't, and
a
I don't
roast
think
battle?
you would take it too well.
I'm the most deprecating person
I
in
know,
comedy that we
but
know.
when other people say something, do you think about it too much? That's what I mean.
Is it
Like
self-deprecating
if
or
somebody,
deprecating?
somebody says something about his hair, he'll really think about it.
What the fuck's wrong with her?
Do you know what I mean? Do you get what I mean?
Aye. Actually, in fairness, you did. I remember you at Electric Picnic. We were doing Electric Picnic, and you wouldn't stand in the dirt. You were walking around in the clumpy grass.
Yeah. By the way,
because you didn't want your shoes to get dirty.
Okay. All right.
Or you get roasted now. Or you going, you don't like it? Look at your face.
It's not a diss to say to someone you don't like to walk in the dirt.
I think you might not- I just- I remember you were
Oh,
laughing. about,
this guy avoids bogs.
who was it with? I was like, me and Fred Cook. You said it to us.
Yeah,
You was
two
like,
dirty
"Fuck it."
shoe guys. By
Two
the way,
dirty-
oh, two notorious
Shoes are
dirty
spotless.
trainer guys.
Dirty shoe bastards.
Yes, I was wearing a new pair. I was wearing a new pair of shoes,
Okay.
and it was quite muddy. But there was a part of it where it wasn't. So
Why-
the
why are you
weird
getting
guy here
annoyed?
chooses to walk down the
Isn't it
normal
mad
bit.
that you're known down south for like
As clean
Shane
shoes,
Todd?
Shane clean shoes.
Yeah.
That's
Them
what they're saying.
Northern cunts, what will I like? They're
Look,
scared to get their
look at
trainers
those.
dirty, look.
In fairness, but you did go on stage and be
Look
like,
at
how
dirty
did he
his
do-
shoes
how
are,
did he do it?
fucking
How
hell.
do you do that?
Oh, my dirty shoes. Oh, mine's aren't too bad at the moment.
How? Yeah, people go. How does he do it?
How does he
keep
do
clean
it? That's
shoes?
what it was. How the fuck
It was no detour
there was
to,
it.
to walk down a grass path instead of the mud. It was no detour.
I don't know.
Isn't it weird that you're known for that? That is weird.
It's in my head,
That is
rent-free.
fucking
Next
weird.
time you see me, I'm gonna fucking beat up stinking Converse with broken shit on them and
He's going to
everything.
get carried into Electric Picnic now on a fucking
Yeah.
one of them chairs.
If I could, I would.
I only remember.
Four sexy guys. Sorry.
It's
In
'cause you-
fairness,
you
more
actually brought
likely
it
it'll
up.
be Willie Thompson and fucking
Oh no, here we go.
three of his mates.
I got the golf cart. They took me from.
Oh
we were
man,
late.
you didn't ask for the golf cart.
I didn't ask for it. They brought it.
That's
Of
alright
course.
because I've done that before.
It was Jerry Mallon driving it, and I shouted to him, "I'll walk,"
Are you doing it this
but
year?
he couldn't hear me.
Maybe Catholic guilt. I got
Are you doing
taken
it
in
this
one of
year?
them. And I
Yeah.
went,
He's not Catholic.
I'm doing Electric Picnic this year. Yeah.
That's what it is.
Are you doing it?
By the way, also
not
not a
doing it
diss.
I didn't get that one. What was that?
It's also not a diss.
I have to get my Bluetooth speaker out soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing
I
it this year. Yeah, I love it. I absolutely love it.
Electric Picnic. That's
Every
good, eh?
year I go.
Do you not keep
I'm
an
gonna
old shitty pair of gutties just to go in?
What I
So
might
they don't
do.
think you're weird
What I might do is wear dirty ones down and then have a wee pair in my two back pockets.
for the stage.
for
Do
the
you think-
stage.
I'm not overthinking. I'm like, if you show me in that big
What,
screen.
This
what
is-
about Wellerput? Just wellies or something? Like a nice pair of wellies?
I think you care
A
too
nice
much.
barber pair.
You
I'll
care
just
too
no.
much.
I'll just wear.
This
the
is a
crime
woman's
scene.
jumper.
I wear crime scene
A
plastic
what?
bags.
It's a woman's jumper. I didn't know when I bought it. I was like, that's nice. Doesn't
How do
You
matter.
know
looked
it's a
at that and
woman?
went,
Well,
I know
how-
it's a woman's jumper because if I stand up, the back goes up a bit. So it's meant to be. There's meant to be tits here.
maybe it was a fat person's jumper.
Could be that.
yeah.
Where did
Why
you get it?
inside of it does it
I
say
got.
tit
Where'd
one,
I get
tit
it?
two?
I got it on Vinted.
Right.
Oh,
so
yeah.
it's a second-hand jumper. So the person that wore it was a big fat cunt.
It not. It was also. I should have. I probably. Sorry, I don't even know I registered that.
Did you look at the profile picture and go?
Do you want me
"Fat
to just
bastard,
message them? Here, look, I've just received this. Are you a woman or a fat?
fat cunt?
Yeah.
And they go, you're the guy that does the roast battle, aren't you?
Yeah.
You know Nelson Mandela, you cunt.
Well, I suppose I'm a
Mr.
wee
Fat
bit-
Woman Jumper.
And then, as soon as they answer, you just go 5 stars.
Is there a label on it?
I don't know.
It says Deirdre.
It's actually a good make.
There you go then.
What is it?
Papaya.
By the way, I said earlier you did a Camp Nelson Mandela, but nothing's as camp as you going like this. Papaya.
Yeah,
It's papaya.
it's papaya.
It's actually papaya.
You're like, ooh, fruit of the loom.
He makes 10 horses, but he's got a papaya fucking jumper.
Rob his cunt of his papaya.
This cunt fucking runs about with Shane fucking skirt to get his gullies
Yeah,
dirty and wears a papaya.
Giving me
fucking
shit for
jumper.
my clean shoes and your fat old woman papaya.
Oh, that's so good.
What time you picking the kids up from horse riding? Man?
Horse riding.
Let me see your shoes.
Huh?
Let me see your shoes.
They were better than you thought they were going to be.
They were, yeah, far cleaner.
It's,
than I
it's
thought they
only a
would
pair of shoes. I could have been wearing any other
see
and I
the
would have
other
been
side?
fucked there. Puma?
be. Puma?
Puma
It's actually
Kings?
Puma?
They're a Puma that
Pardon?
they fool you.
The what?
They fool you.
What do you mean?
Everybody
way?
thinks they're fucking pandas,
Oh, the Nike Pandas.
and they're not. And people go, "Oh fuck, I thought they were pandas."
What a payoff.
No, they're pumas. Different animal. I bought that and a Puma tracksuit top, right? And I've got some shit about it because it's an Israeli brand, right? But,
Is it?
Yeah. But I was wearing it in the house and it felt good because it's a nice fucking tracksuit top, black and like green down here. My neighbour's partially sighted and I was opening the front gate and he went,
That's funny.
"You're in the wrong house, mate. In this one here." And I went, "No, I'm okay. I'm in the right house." And he went, "Are you not from Mazda?" And I was like, "Cunt, I'm never wearing that jacket again."
We asked the fleece.
It looks like an Asta fleece. And I never noticed it when I bought it. And I was
Right.
like,
Oh, that's good. Is he complaining to you about forgetting something?
You know what that is? Mandela Effect.
That's the Mandela Effect.
Ryan, you got what do you want to plug and promote?
Well, if you come to the Edinburgh Fringe, I suppose. I like. Anytime I'm over
Where's
here,
your
it's
show?
Usually, I'm in Underbelly, Dexter. It is very.
time?
Like
It is?
10 o'clock
Oh, wow.
in the morning?
night. I imagine mid 10.
Yours is good at 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah,
Perfect.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a good time for your show.
I
Like.
do. I think so. As
Because
well.
the Lord's in bed by 10 o'clock. Like.
Yeah, yeah. He's already.
The Lord's already gone to bed, so
Yeah.
you can do
he's
your
already,
dark arts.
He's already dealing with some people dancing in his hostel room.
I've been at shows using you say some things like, and and people are like,
Yeah.
like
He's
you,
cheeky boy. Like.
You are
A
one of
cheeky
them.
chap.
You're one of them comedians like that. A gasp is as good as a laugh. Do you know what I mean?
Aye.
But he balances it out with with a woman's jumper.
Papaya.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. You can't get. Yeah.
If you were in a leather jacket, people
Are
would
you
be like,
religious? Like, are you religious?
No.
No.
No. People seem to think I am.
yeah. It's
probably
pretty cool if you
smart,
ever think about it.
It's pretty good.
You
Yeah.
ever want to join?
Do you know we were fucking talking there last night? I was trying to do a bit about the. Oh, do you know what you said? Cheeky chap. That's what it was.
I said cheeky boy.
the
You
old-
said cheeky chap. So you
old-
must want to be a cheeky chap.
Somebody got me when I
Somebody
was.
has said that to him in the hostel while smacking his bum.
You want to get involved here, cheeky chap?
Room for a wee cheeky chap here.
See, in fairness, if a guy turned up at your bunk in a fucking hostel with a monocular in and one of the fucking the smoking jackets on, do you know what I mean?
With the what?
A monocular.
The chain off it.
That's a brand.
No, do you know what a monocular
I
is?
thought it was a monocle.
The monocle's a wee thing, but a monocular is a half a binocular.
A monocular.
Monocular.
I don't know. Hold on. This is the sort of thing we laugh at him for, and in 3 years he'll send me a WhatsApp and go, "See, monocular."
Is this the?
Damn, is it?
Is this the Irish or tall thing again?
A monocular is a compact refracting telescope.
I was like,
What are you fucking laughing me for? I know what I'm
because I
talking
was
about.
like, a monocular's metal.
Paddy sold monoculars door to door for 3 years when he was younger.
It would be weird if he had a binocular because then he's covering both his eyes. He has a monocular because he wants to fucking look up your fucking hole.
He
But
said it like we said every day in conversation.
A fucking monocular. That's so good. And a smoke. Did you say a smoking jacket?
and a smoking jacket. Like it's one of them things, and he's like,
I'm
"Would you like-
binocular."
would you like to join in this year? And you're like, "What the fuck? Why not?" Do you know what I mean?
If I get the outfit.
There must be some weird guys in it, like,
I absolutely. Pretty much all of them.
do you know what I mean?
The weirdest guy.
Like a Troy Hawk character turning up with a monocular at your bunk bed.
Jesus Christ.
It'd be funny, like.
That's what it was. A production company asked me. They were like, "We need a cheeky chap." Was the exact phrase they read, and I was like dying laughing. And I got sat in. I thought it was such a bad pitch of a TV show. I thought I was in. I started looking like they've got me here. I'm in a fucking prank show.
cameras?
Aye, I'm on a fucking prank show, and they're kind of looking at me like, "Why is he acting like that?" Because I'm like, when they're talking, I'm like, "Fuckers, man."
Yeah.
Right? And this is genuine what the show was called. They were like, right, it's going to be called Game of Drones. Right? So imagine like you're in like Primark and there's an old woman doing her shopping. and you're just going to like fly a dildo into her head with a drone. And I was like, what? And then you go, yeah, it's going to be 8 episodes, 30 minutes each. And I was like, what? I was like, do you have to fly the drone? Do you reckon people will notice a drone flying around Primark with a dildo hanging off it? How many drone jokes? Yeah, I would just Game of Drones. I wish it made now when I think about it.
You never know.
Was that driving it? What do they need a cheeky chap for? Or is this could fly?
Plus, is the granny in on it? You know.
Yeah, yeah.
You could sue. That's
Yeah.
that's sexual assault.
Yeah, it would have been great show.
Like that's textbook sexual assault.
It's not
Hit with
textbook.
a dildo.
Flying a drone in. That's
Well,
not
that's
textbook.
the next episode. Textbooks. Paddy, SSE.
24th in Glasgow.
20. Is that for the festival or just?
No,
just
that's
your
the
own show?
O2. It's the biggest show I've done in Glasgow. The O2 Academy in Glasgow.
Is that on sale already?
Oh,
Yes,
that's
it's
class.
on sale. Yeah.
What
so
else?
I'm looking forward to it. The Olympia in Dublin. Nobody's bought tickets. Like 50 tickets. So come on the fuck Dublin. These free state bastards.
It's not gonna help.
Do you know what I mean?
Been called it many times.
What's your website?
Paddy McDonnell comedy.com.
Ryan, your website?
No, fuck
And then
that.
the SSC's on the 4th.
The Chinese took it.
That
one-
was the Chinese takeaway down the street. They just pulled the Wi-Fi out. You were in their code, were you?
It's not
Hey,
called,
oh, fucking
it's not called the
bastard.
Ryan Cullen comedy.
They're like, you watch all the dirty shit on our Wi-Fi.
And you got the Ryan
The
Cullen.
Chinese took my fucking social media.
They took my site.
We fucking know
Actually-
you papaya wearing bastard.
I'm talking to you like
Papaya.
you're not the mental guy in the hostel. Everyone's
Aye.
trying to sleep. Sure, the Chinese stole my domain. Guys, thanks a million for coming on. Paddy McDonnell, Ryan Cullen, appreciate it. Thank you for everybody for watching and listening. Paddy
When's
is the
this
Mudblood
go out?
podcast in 2 weeks. Dan?
Oh, 2 weeks. That's sweet. Well, I do roast battles too. I've got a podcast as well with Mark Nelson.
What's it called?
Absolute Cuts. I'd say it's about movies, but it's not really.
We'll link it in the description.
Unbelievable.
The rat. Yes, can you get them? Yes. Aye, please. All right, bye. Yes. Yep. Just shoot him.
When Paddy phones a guy and says, "Can you get them?" and the guy says, "Yes."
Yeah.
You don't know what it could
They're
be.
in the
I was
crosshairs.
doing the Empire the other week, and this older woman, right? But she was. Do you know why grannies don't look like the way grannies looked back in the day?
I do actually know what you mean.
I
by that.
actually 100% know what you
You
mean.
know what I mean, right?
They're dressing all sexy now.
So the light had to turn you. Yeah, they don't wear the wee fucking scarves. And all. Like
yeah.
when I was, grannies were grannies.
Yes.
Aye.
Whereas now you're going, is it a granny? And she turned like.
Yep.
There's one in the local bar where we live. She's called 1690
Right.
because from the back she looks 16, but when she turns around she's 90. Right? That's her fucking name, like 100%. That's her name, right? That's her nickname.
1690.
Right?
You're trying to hide your battle of the bone.
So, like she'd be playing pool and people come in the bar and go,
Oh,
and
I
then
like
she goes,
it.
"Jeez, man!" She turns around and they go, "Whoa!"
So there's like some sexy granny out playing pool.
Just a 90-year-old who likes to play pool.
She wears the wee buck me boots and all, right?
We buck me boots. We buck me boots and hustlers pool.
They're papaya, those boots, aren't they?
Ah, yep. And,
She would love a papaya.
but where was I going with? What was I talking about?
Just sexy grannies.
Yes, but this granny
Not
in
my
the
country.
Empire. So this granny in the Empire was on her phone, and I'm going like, I can't bring an act on until you stop. And she was like, I'm on the phone, fucking blah blah blah. But it turned out, I thought she was on to her granddaughter, but I thought she was on to her talking about her granddaughter being like 2-timed. And then it transpired that she was being 2-timed on, but her granddaughter, the granny was being 2-timed on, and the granddaughter was outside her boyfriend's house where she seen a blonde going into the fucking. So the granny's boyfriend was cheating on her while she was at the Empire, and she's on the phone telling her everything that went on. So then I went, but I didn't know this, so I says, "Give us your phone." I talked to her, so I went on and I says, "We've your granny in the boot, 20 grand to get her back," and hung up, right? And I thought
this
that
is
would have
terrible
been the end.
timing.
But then the whole thing, I ended up being on for 25 minutes because I couldn't bring an act on
Yeah.
because she was still on the fucking phone. But she's on the phone going, "What's she look like? What's she driving?" And I'm going, "What's going on?" She went, "Oh no, my boyfriend's cheating on me and my granddaughter's turned up at his door." This is
Weirdest part of
happening.
that is an old lady saying she has a boyfriend.
I was like, "How long are
Aye.
you going?" She went, 9 weeks. I mean, why do you give a fuck? And then halfway through the fucking, when I went out, brought an act on, she was still on the phone, and then when I came back out again, her phone rang.
Yeah, yeah.
And I looked down at her and I went, again, and she went, it's him. And I went, give me the fucking phone. I'll tell him to fuck off. I'll tell him you're out on the date with me. So it was one of them.
That's like that. There's the same smell.
That's why
in
my
old
granny and
people's-
granda just broke up.
Wee Blondie ruined it for everyone.
Did your granny and granda break up?
No, they died.
That's
that
that's
kind.
The ultimate breakup.
Whereas now, like, it's just like everybody fucking divorces and all.
Same grave
So I
though.
mean, back in the day, your granny and granda just fucking. My granny used to throw things at my granny and all in the house. Like. He was doing fuck all.
That's why they got the idea for the show.
She'd a fucking wee thing, and hit him on the head.
Someday I'm gonna
You
make
fucking
millions.
stop it with a fucking drone, the dildo. For fuck's sake, I'm trying to watch a snooker. Pain in these spots.
On that note, see you later.
Let's get ready for tea with me.